So as I said, Jordan is 13, and he's come all the way from Waterford in Ireland, and he began programming at the age of 9. Okay? He began to draw from the blogging industry to work on more complicated programs and started to develop Flash games. And in December 2011, he founded Casey Games. He's Jordan Casey, so his own company, Casey Games, and started his first production on the iPhone application called Alien Ball versus Humans. I'm sure you guys also play a lot of iPhone application games and Android games, right? So his game is called Alien Ball versus Humans. This was a huge hit, and all of a sudden, he was all over the place, and he's all the way in India, his first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and he's also launched 2 more game applications very recently, which we'll be talking about. He's traveled to various countries, spoken at very prestigious festivals like the Cannes Festival, and he met up with Jack Dorsey, the creator of Twitter. And Casey Games, his company, has been given a lot of support from Adobe and Microsoft and many top IT companies all across the world. So Jordan is not going to make a presentation, but I'm going to ask him a few questions on your behalf, and he's going to give some answers and also show you a few slides as well. Are you ready to go, Jordan?
Yep.
Okay. So, Jordan, what really inspired you to get into programming in the first place?
Okay. Oh, okay. So what inspired me was I played this game called Club Penguin. Club Penguin is like a virtual world. And so a lot of the people, a lot of the users of the game had these websites, like Club Penguin cheat sites, and I thought these were really cool and it could be fun. So I just learned a few programming languages and then just launched my own Club Penguin website.
That's nice. But tell me, what is it exactly that you do for those of you us who are not IT savvy or programming savvy? And how easy is it to really learn a new language at such a young age?
Okay, so what exactly do I do? So Casey Games, I'm the only staff member. I'm the founder, CEO, programmer, and designer at the company. So what Casey... thanks. So what Casey Games do is basically just produce mobile games and the programming ones. So what I did is I'm basically self-taught. I just read websites, watched videos, and read books like iPhone application development for dummies, and that website, w3schools.com, it's like a really good website to get started in programming, and that's what I use to get started too.
Mm-hmm. And when did you teach yourself this program? I mean, after school, you obviously go to school, right?
Yeah, so I went to school, and then I just came home and went on the computer and just read the books and the websites and stuff.
Right. Just step forward a little bit. I think you catch more light on you. So tell us about these 2 games that you've launched, Alien Ball versus Human 1 and Alien Ball versus Humans 2.
Okay, so Alien Ball versus Humans, I got the idea from Space Invaders, and so in July 2011, I came up with this idea for like a version of Space Invaders, but it was a Flash game. So I left that for a couple of months, and then in January 2012, I was thinking of what game I should publish to iPhone. So I thought it'd be really cool to get Alien Ball versus Humans into an iPhone app, because I thought it would be cool, and so I just published it there, and then it was really successful, so I decided to make a sequel for it, so Alien Ball vs. Humans 2. It's kind of a seasonal version, so I launched it in Easter, so the theme was Human Easter Bunnies.
And version 2 is slightly different?
Yeah, that's version 2.
That's version 2.
The seasonal version.
And these are really popular, right?
Yeah, so when I got announced Europe's youngest iOS app developer, I got a good amount of PR, so did the game, so they became successful through that.
Right, so Europe's youngest iPhone application developer.
Yeah.
You were also invited by Brazil to develop a game for their Children's Day, is that right?
Yeah, so in June this year, I spoke at the Cannes Lions Festival, and I met a representative from an ad firm in Brazil called Fabrica. So they are big into this Children's Day in Brazil, the National Children's Day, so they thought it'd be cool if a kid made the official game. So they sent me an email a few months later, and they said, let's make a game together. So this game called Save the Day is basically, it's Children's Day, and it's really messy, and there's like trash all over the place, so what you have to do is clean up the place and basically save the day. So it's been played over 10,000 times on their website.
So how many kids in Brazil are now playing this game?
Yeah, 10,000.
10,000? Okay,
on,
sorry.
Yeah, on the website, and it's an Android app too.
Fantastic. And your latest game is called Green Boy Touch. Just tell us a little bit about Green Boy Touch.
Green Boy Touch, I took a month to develop. So basically, in July 2010, I had this idea for a small puzzle game called Green Boy. And so I just made that, and it was pretty successful, about 500 plays. So when I finished my Save the Day project, I thought of what I should do next. And so I thought I could revisit the Green Boy idea, and because I've come a long way in two years, I could improve on that. So I improved graphics and all the programming, and so I made it touch-enabled, and I made it bigger. So that released on, that was my first cross-platform app, so it's on iPhone and Android, so I'm pretty proud of that. And so it's been doing really well so far.
Have any of you guys played any of these games as yet? Anyone?
Aww.
You have? You have? You want to tell us about it quickly? No, you haven't yet. So are these available in India as well?
Yeah, they're available worldwide on iPhone, and Green Boy Touch is on Android.
Sure. So now, Jordan, you've made coding cool, right? Coding as in programming. Jordan's made it cool, being Europe's youngest coder and programmer. So what's your idea about making coding cool? I mean, how easy is it for all of us young people to really take to programming?
So I got the idea for Make Coding Cool because in Ireland, and I think in India too, there's a lot of programming jobs that are available, and in Ireland there's not a lot of jobs in any of the fields except programming. But nobody's going into programming because of, like, you don't learn it in school or anything like that, so they're not interested in it. So I want to make it cool so people could go down that field and maybe get into programming, get those jobs. So I came up with this idea for the Kids Tech Awards. So.
Fantastic. You'd be great on Mr. Obama's cabinet as well, because they're looking for jobs in the US, right? And you're helping the Irish economy. Yeah? So I think you need to meet Mr. Obama very soon. Now, you've also launched something called KIT Awards, Kids in Technology Awards. So tell us a little bit about this, Jordan.
Okay, so in March 2012, I came up with this idea for a Kids Tech Awards because, again, to make coding cool and get those jobs. So basically, kids would program projects and then submit them, and then you could win awards. So originally, I planned for it to be really small, just on my website, like online. But then about a day after I posted it on my website, it became massive. It was all over the news and everything. So people wanted to get involved, an entrepreneur, and a lot of big sponsors are wanting to get involved. So that could make it big and, like, maybe get it into the curriculum. So I plan to launch that next year. So we have all the national news channel in Ireland, all the newspapers covering it. So it should be really exciting. And so it's in Ireland at the moment, but hopefully if it becomes successful in Ireland, we could, like, expand.
Very impressive. I mean, what does it take to own your own company at the age of 13 and interact with the world's top CEOs, media companies, sponsors, investors, and so on? What does it really take? It
takes a lot of effort because, again, I'm the only staff member and I have to juggle. Yeah. And I have to juggle between school, my hobbies, and all my programming, so it can be tough sometimes, but I just get on with it, and I'm happy that I do that.
And do you have your family support to do this?
Oh, yeah, my parents are really supportive because I'm too young to be a director of the company, so my parents are the directors, so they've been really helpful, and they've helped with finance too.
Fantastic. So what are you going to do with all the profits that KC Games, your company, makes? Are you going to be a very, very rich man at a very young age?
Well, because I publish on iPhone and Apple, so Apple take a percentage of all the profits that I make from the game. Well, not the profits, but the revenue. And then, so I give some percentage to a cancer hospital up the road from my house, just because a lot of friends and family I know have cancer, and I just want to see if I can help them. And then I keep a percentage of the money to, like, pay for new software and develop on new platforms, and yeah, just expand.
So you are looking at philanthropy and charity. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Corporate social responsibility at a very young age, yeah? I'm sure you're the apple of Apple's eye because you're making so much money for them all over the world. And finally, before you wrap up, unless there's anything else you want to say, Jordan, what's your message for our audience here today, our young audience here today, and in fact, for young people all over the world?
Okay, my message would be coding is cool. So, like, it can be tough, but it's really fun. And then I have another message, which is never give up, because I've had really a lot of problems. I've had bugs with the games. The first time I submitted the app, it wasn't accepted by Apple. Like, I have to juggle between school and I have all these exams and I have to travel. It can be really tough, but I just keep on going, and I'm really happy that I did because I have the company now.
Never give up, yeah? Let your
never give up.
dreams
Yeah, and coding is cool.
And how does it feel to be in India for the first time? Are you likely to come back and design any game that's India-specific?
Yeah, it's really, really fun. I'd love to come back sometime.
A warm round of applause for Jordan Casey.
Oh.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks. Thank you.